Hey everybody, Jay Barino here. Welcome back. It's Warcraft 2, Tides of Darkness. It's a remake in Warcraft 3, created by Lord Perenolde II. We're on to Act 3 this time, so perhaps a new faction. The Stromguard faction was neat, very damage-focused, so what we haven't really seen was something very defense-focused. I can only imagine that's going to be the Lordaeron faction with Paladins, because the Azeroth faction was very well-rounded. Enhanced. Got him. I remember that cinematic.
The destruction of Dun Modra and the downfall of Grim Batal, the Orcs have completely withdrawn their armies from Kaz Modan. While your victories have been notable, the menace of the Horde still hangs over the head of the Alliance. Lord Lothar has stationed your troops in the Northlands to protect the borders of Quel'Thalas. Troubles have arisen in the township of Tyr's Hand, with the local peasant population in a state of minor revolt. You must quell this uprising and then summon the Knights of the Silver Hand to watch over the populace. To maintain order in the region, you must search out all of the Horde forces in the area and destroy them.
Okay, nothing extra. No extra non-voice acted briefing this time. A peasant uprising? Well, let's just go immediately. Quell the peasant uprising. Build a castle? Destroy enemy forces. Okay, well, let's get in and try and save as many as we can before we bother trying to consolidate too much. Oh, they're killing them. Well, let's just cluster up the ones that are alive. We'll get them mining once we find the gold mine. Is there a gold mine? I mean, obviously there has to be, but where? Sheep? Oh, get away from that, okay? This is important infrastructure. You don't even know what that does. No, save that guy. Okay, we've quelled the uprising. Let's look around. You go this way and look for the gold mine, please. Where the heck? There it is. Okay. Get mining, buddies, and then we gotta pick a direction to build our lumber mill. Let's go down here. Never mind, we have 0 lumber. So, long distance, here we go. I'm not sure what the closest lumber is. Probably there or there. We have 2 exits from our base. Quick save, because I'm going to scout around, and as we've learned in a previous map, that might be a big mistake. Starting with 4 knights, though, is pretty solid. I'll say that. So we have to save up enough lumber to make a... We have plenty of farms, but we need to save up enough lumber in order to make a lumber mill. I don't know if there's any naval battle on this one either. I haven't seen any water. Again, there's a possibility we could really get something done early if we find an enemy base, like, right away. Okay, just get these dudes on lumber. Send them up there next. In the Northlands, Tyr's Hand is in disarray due to a minor revolt with the peasantry. You must quell this riot and summon the Knights of the Silver Hand to watch over the town, then locate and destroy all orcish activity in the area. Okay. Lordaeron working class, skillful at traditional masonry. Can receive defense upgrades. That's what I thought. Defense up to level 3. Heavily armored soldier, average stamina, higher armor, low speed and damage. Okay. Contains spells for paladins. So the big downside here, do they all start with the same 2 to 8 damage range? The only difference is the upgrades. Because basically what this is telling me is these guys are very bad at low levels until you upgrade their armor. Otherwise, they're not going to hold up very well. Let's see. Upgrade knights into paladins at the church. Heavily armored mounted warrior, lower speed and damage, higher armor. Upgradable once with breed faster horses, which increases, I imagine, speed. And then eventually to paladins, which is exactly what I expected. Holy Vision, which is the same as the others, can learn Silver Halo and Exorcism. Members of the Order of the Silver Hand under the command of the Archbishop Assistant Uther Lightbringer. Unlike clerics of Northshire, their special Silver Halo spells fulfill its healing function by itself, while the paladin can focus on the ongoing conflict. Exorcism expurates the target area from the influence of outer planes' energies, dispelling all spell effects and destroying any presence of unholy constructs. The spell requires a complete mastery of the faith and a considerable amount of effort, thus the paladin must wait some time before exercising the expiration again. Are we going to really need this? I mean, can the Horde get summons like skeletons and stuff? There's no... I guess Death Knights, right? I was going to say there's no Death Knights until Beyond the Dark Portal, but that's not true at all. There's definitely Death Knights. Solar Arrows reduces a target's enemy armor and gives vision of that. Exclusive Lorderonian Ballistic upgrade designed for Rangers. That's, I mean, it's basically Fairy Fire, but you have to hit them with it. You can get up to level 3 armor. Unlocked after researching armor level 2. Who would have thought? Improves the armor of all Lordaeron armor of all Lordaeron structures, including something. Researchable up to 2 times. Okay, so again, this is like Warcraft 2 mixed a little bit with Warcraft 3 human faction. It's really, really clever, again, how this stuff is set up. I see some lumber getting returned here. I was hoping to find another gold mine. How much do we have here? 50,000. That's not bad at all. Okay, I really just want to find an enemy base. I feel like I thought that might be a wall, but it is not. I've saved where, again, if I just run into an enemy base and get dusted, then I'll just restart. It's fine. All right, turn around and go. We've pulled them out of the walls. Our time to kill is going to be way longer. Again, which is fitting for the fact that it's like the Warcraft 3 faction. I don't know if that specifically was pre-planned, but that's a really neat concept. Raiders here. Okay, so that's like, oh my gosh. Well, I can't dispel that. Oh my gosh. You gotta just kill that guy. Well. Honestly, this is completely doable. That base, 100% destroyable. I think if we just kill that guy who bloodlusts himself before that happens. All right, let's head kind of down in this direction. Make sure that we keep building dudes for lumber. And we get our lumber mill down here when the time is right. Oh, that's an... Well, I guess we could go for this base instead. You know what? Never mind. I see we're getting intel. I'll read them later, okay? I don't need to read them right now. So we want to go along the bottom of the map to get to red, because I know what's in red's base. I feel comfortable with it. So let's come on down here, and kind of like that general vicinity, okay? Cool. Okay, they'll figure that out. Oh, we have a blacksmith. You know what? Yeah, let's see if we can get upgraded swords. That might finish by the time we get in there. What I could do is lure out that guy, bloodlust him, and then just run away until it wears off. And then go for him after that. So they were in here. Let's just go to an auto attack instead of letting them get some free shots on me. You gotta leave. Oh, that's right. I'm slow. Okay, we killed that guy without losing everything. Okay, let's see if we can destroy this barracks before they get too many other units. I'm starting to think that they're gonna able to remake stuff fast enough. Actually, I don't know. Maybe they don't have any money. Okay. Oh, I never queued up the extra peasants for lumber this time, though. That's gonna hurt. Well, let's see. Even just destroying this. They're trying to build more peons, and they keep trying to repair. So I don't know if they're, like, prioritizing their production in that specific way or what. Okay, there we go. So let's get the lumber mill down here. And then we need lumber to build a barracks. I think they were just pulling units. I think they were just pulling units to survive, like to defend themselves. I'm not sure. They must have unlimited money if they can keep making these guys but not build. No, that might have been their only production. So I don't know how much. Maybe they just started with a lot of money. It's really hard to say. I have no idea. Okay, there we go. Good stuff. Let's get 2 more dudes on lumber down here. And then we'll get a barracks as soon as possible, just so that we can start getting some footmen. And once this Great Hall goes down, we're cooking with gas. I don't need any oil to make the keep, but that's something I need to remember, is you need oil to upgrade to a keep. Barracks. Now, I could run over and grab... What am I thinking? Oh, I could take this gold mine as well. We need more lumber in order to do that. At the very least, let's go ahead and just get the ability to make a bunch of footmen. That's probably the smartest start for us. And then I'll grab shields, because we know that shields for this faction is good. Yeah, so unlike Warcraft 2, it seems like the enemy has unlimited money. Or it's possible that they can run out of money, it's just they start with a very large bank. Okay, just get some footmen, please. Just something to survive the first few waves of enemies, because we did clear out an entire enemy base. Okay, I'm going to get 1 more peasant to replace one of these folks. And let's come on over here and build another Great Hall. Though I suspect this seems like it's going to be a relatively simple mission. It's also, though, it's like the faster that you get off the ground, the better everything's going to be. Seems like there's going to be plenty of trees back there. We've hit the need more farms time, finally. I also don't know if they'll attack this area. It's nice that we have a little choke point there. Let's quick save. Great start. And if we can upgrade these knights to be able to heal themselves, then they'll live. I shouldn't have come down here. Or maybe I should have. Okay, we lost the footmen, but we did clear all of that out. Okay, get up there. Oh, I had 1 extra footman up there. That would have been really helpful. I don't remember who purple is. Blackrock? Oh, okay, no, Blackrock is... We saw who that was. The Raider Division was believed to be disbanded by the War Chief Doomhammer after the First War, but it seems that he figured some way to control them through a new enhanced armor they're supplied with. They can learn Telkar armor. They can also learn a special version of Bloodlust, which they can only use themselves. Gotcha. Okay, let's just build a tower up here for later. We have a bunch of footmen. We want to go to a keep so that we can get to knights eventually. We also need a stable, which I cannot build yet. That would have been nice if that finished. Okay, that's okay. Don't worry about that. It's just 1 guy. You guys stay here. We'll build 1 tower over in this direction, too. I don't know if we're against the same orcs that can use that, disable ability, too. Again, this guy's not... He's not stopping anything right now, so it's fine. Build 1 peasant to build this, or to repair this. You know what? These knights we'll just leave over here for now. Yes, my lord. We'll get level 2 armor. And we'll saturate this gold mine. Very nice. Okay, that should do it. Keep is done. What can I build with that? A stable. And then I need a castle to build a church. I also build a gnomish inventor so that we can scout around. Man, this stuff is expensive. Again, I'll build a couple archers. I don't love them, though. Increase hit points and unlocking dedicated upgrades. Longbows. You know what? I do like these two. I don't need too many of them, but I do like those.
Command me, sire.
Okay, let's go castle so that we can get a church. We've hit the edge of the map there. I don't want to go overboard with too many upgrades that we don't necessarily need. That's kind of my thought right now. Guard tower over here. Guess we can go for whatever base was up here. It's either purple or blue. There was a blue base, too. I've got a flying machine! I'm sad that that voice line is not here. Very sad about that. Okay, we built the castle. Maybe I shouldn't have done that as fast as I did, because that might trigger the map to move into another section. Breed faster horses is only gold. You can train paladins at the barracks after researching paladin training at the church. Powerful mounted warrior with magic skills can cast Holy Vision. And then, yeah, Silver Halo and Exorcism. Silver Halo is the heal, which is really solid, I think. Okay, that base seems wide open for the taking with a good amount of paladins. So I think that's where we're going to go next. Or first. Well, we've already gone somewhere first, so... Okay, lumber's still coming in pretty well. Allows footmen to use defend. Okay, we want to go paladins and then add up trainings to get Silver Halo, which will let them heal each other and or themselves. Let's see, how much is super shields? We can afford that. Again, lumber is kind of our only stopping block right now. And by lumber's our only stopping block, I meant to say supply and lumber is our only stopping block. I'll queue up several. This base looks like it's destroyable pretty much exclusively by knights and paladins, so getting all these extra upgrades for my rangers, I think, was pointless. I shouldn't have even gone for rangers. They got a little extra HP, I suppose. This dude's actually still alive, so we'll repair him. And then we can use him to scout out the upper left. I mean, the thing about defend is once I can build knights, I'm not going to be making too many footmen, if any footmen. Granted, defend is really good, so that does increase their viability later into the game. Church, paladin, adept training. Get these guys to start healing each other, I suppose. Prolonged healing spell that heals a target-friendly unit for 30 HP over 20 seconds. Well... it's not the same. It's not quite the same, is it? But then you look at the bloodlust that raider had, and I quake. I shake in my boots. I don't see any static defense either, so I think I'm not even going to make ballista. I'm just going to make paladins. And what else is there to even get? Yeah, sure, we'll get exorcism just so I can see how it works. Removes all buffs from a unit in a target area. So that seems important, if only to dispel bloodlust. We're going to need to do that. We're going to need to do that. Flying machine, let's just have you scout around the outskirts. Make sure that blue isn't going to show up out of nowhere and murder us. Okay, so we do have to cast that on ourselves. That's not very good. Uh-oh. So that's not the sustain that I expected. I mean, that's going to be good for out of combat, but combat also happens so fast with this faction that I'm expecting kind of the worst in many ways. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be fine. Let's get one more barracks. And then I see we're getting attacked over there. Okay, I think a guard tower can handle that one guy. Or can it? It can, okay. Storm Reaver Ogre. Blue is attacking me. Maybe we just want to go and attack blue next. No more, no less equipped than their fellow grunts. After the raising of Caer Darrow, however, their real power became their magical skills. They have less armor than their equivalents and can only receive 1 upgrade for each attack and defense. As an ogre mage, they have the default ability Purge, which removes all buffs from a target unit and slows its movement speed. So they're going to just dispel the heal that I cast with my paladins anyway. They can learn Bloodlust, which triples the attack speed of a friendly target unit. They can also learn Lightning Shield, which surrounds a friendly target unit with a lightning barrier that causes damage to both friends and foes. So we're going to need to be in the habit of, we're going to need to be in the habit of using Exorcism just to dispel buffs. And I have another thing down here. Let's see. Raise Dead, Dark Vision, and Unholy Armor can also learn Dark Spear. Members of a new cult serving Gul'dan and is tasked to create an undead army. They preserve their magical skills from the First War and has the default ability Raise Dead. Can learn Dark Vision, able to scout unexplored land to detect invisible enemies. Unholy Armor, which renders a friendly target immune to physical damage for a short duration. Can also learn the passive ability Dark Spear, which shortly curses any enemy it attacks. So this is the same from Warcraft 1 for the most part. Do these exist in Warcraft 2, or is this just like a neat thing? Because I think that's just a neat thing. I got a second barracks. Where is it? Am I looking right at it? I queued it up, didn't I? Did it get canceled?
We are under attack.
I don't know, man. Okay, we're going for purple. I think we got more than enough stuff. Let's get into position. Casual catapult coming out of nowhere.
We are under attack.
Ogre Hexer.
Your Honor. Yes, my lord. Orders. Yes, my lord.
Just start healing.
Command me.
I assume that this just causes us to miss, which is really bad considering how fast we attack. That means we're just very likely to miss more frequently, right? In any case, we're in. I didn't really even have to look. I didn't even have to watch very much there. We did fine. I don't like how when I box select, it seemingly prioritizes the peasants.
Yes, my friend.
You know, I have plenty of gold, so I might as well get these ranger upgrades, even though I don't plan on making very many of them. But I'll get them because I have such an overflow of gold right now.
Absolute. Yes, my lord.
Oh, apparently I sent these guys over here. And they're still making peons at like an endless rate. So again, in Warcraft 1, in the original, enemies had unlimited.
Absolutely. I swear it.
Enemies had unlimited. Oh yeah, save that guy. Resources, and then that was the same, I believe, in the remake by Lord Perenolde II. But in Warcraft 2, enemies did not have unlimited resources. But again, I don't know if they just started with a huge bank. I just don't know. So if we see a lot of necromancers, we got to use exorcism. The hotkey is X, which I guess makes a lot of sense, right? Okay, I don't think we need another gold mine. This mission, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. This was one where, again, I just thought, like, well, let's scout a little bit, and it pays off. It pays off, like right away.
Absolutely.
I guess we want to pre-buff. We want to pre-buff with the healing. Hey, I love that. Oh, I hate all that. Okay, we're coming back. We're coming back around. All right, that's fine.
Okay to go.
I'm like 100% sure I queued up another barracks. There we go. It must have gotten destroyed when I started building it. I'll make rangers because I took the time to upgrade them. All right, let's get these necromancers and be ready to dispel dispel skeletons as they're raised. Okay, that's a pretty gnarly defensive area there. We just queue up a billion more paladins and everything's going to be fine.
Yes, my lord. On my way.
I almost want these footmen to die, because when I box click, I would really expect that the knights would take selection priority so that I could cast their spells. Instead, this is what happens.
On my way.
It's not a huge deal, but it is mildly irritating. Let's at least look around and see. I will grab Ballista. Just in case there's stuff behind these little walls, which seems to be a pretty persistent theme.
Command me. Your honor.
If only I would have gotten defend. Think of how easy this would be.
Your honor.
We are under attack.
I swear it.
Okay, look at this nestled defense. Oh my gosh.
Yes, my liege. I will.
Okay, this base is... Well, we got one cannon tower. We can wait for our ballista.
On my way. Orders.
I'll wait.
I will order. Research complete. On my way. At once.
We can heal out of combat. We're building more paladins. Getting through this little area is a little challenging. I'm trying to think, like, what tools do we have that I could be using more of? And the answer is... nothing. Because they're not buffing themselves. They're not raising skeletons as far as I can tell. We just have to run in there and get hit by all this AoE and hope for the best. I don't know what these guys are casting. It's like, it's a curse, but I assume it just causes us to miss. Did it say? I assume, yeah, Dark Spear. Yeah, it's just when it auto-attacks, it does some amount of damage. It's going to take these things 8 to 9 years to get up there, so just keep making paladins. I'm thinking,
At once.
again, just precast a bunch of this,
For the king.
and let's just run in and I mean, I'll quick save, because this might go really terribly wrong. But let's just get in there.
I swear it. Your honor. Yes, my lord.
Yeah, I mean, they're not raising skeletons.
Command me.
Just make sure you have a few guys that are on each guard tower.
Your honor. Say the word.
Get down there.
Command me.
Get down there. Enemy range units just do not concern me in the slightest.
I will order. Research complete. Yes.
Yeah, and I don't have an offensive spell to cast like I did with Stromguard. Again, that's just like, it's such a key difference between the two factions, you know? And the Necrolytes aren't raising dead.
Yes, my liege.
So I think we've done it. By the way, I have 1,000,000 units just sort of sitting over here. So we're good. We're fine. Let's bring these guys up too. Go up the left. There's a chance there's something hiding out. Once this barracks is gone, I'm pretty sure they've got... Oh, they have an ogre mount. But once their production is gone, this is no problem. Yeah, these paladins, man, that's low damage. It feels like they take a lot longer to kill stuff. Almost to the point where going footman with defend... Well, the armor difference is probably substantial. Yeah, well, it's not that different. 25... 60% damage reduction compared to 53. And the damage range is not that different either. They do have 50% more health, though.
We are under attack.
Let's roll up and attack that. You don't have to go around. You can just see it from where you guys are.
Command me.
Altar of Storms. I wish I was recognizing the Horde subfactions at this point. I recognize where, you know, gray is Lordaeron. Red is Stromguard, blue is Azeroth, but I don't just by visual colors, I don't recognize the Horde factions. I think red is supposed to be Blackrock, and then purple, or no, blue was Storm Reaver, but I'm not entirely sure what their, quote, gimmick is supposed to be. They also have the Necrolytes.
Yes, my liege.
There might be something down there. Let's see.
Yes, my lord. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not ending. There's something somewhere. Where's my flying machine?
Okay to go. What? Over there? Command me.
It's interesting how some of the units have the sound,
Absolutely.
have the unit response sounds, and some don't.
At once.
I bet it's up here. Ugh. Stupid me.
Your honor.
Like, the boats, I think, all have the Warcraft 2 unit response when you click on them, but none of the other stuff does. Or maybe now I'm just having recency bias. Because, again, this is like the Lordaeron Warcraft 3 sort of faction, so they have the Warcraft 3 sound effects, but maybe the Azeroth faction did have the unit responses from Warcraft 1, and maybe Stromgarde has the Warcraft 2 ones. I don't know. Now I gotta go back and check. I'm sure we'll have some experience with those again in the future. I think the Silver Halo, like, the healing just isn't that... It's just not that good, straight up. And what I would say is maybe, like, when a unit has that buff on, it gives them, like, +1 armor as well. Like, even something crazy like that could be really good. Also, was I not supposed to have +3 armor? It looked like it said +2, but I swear I researched +3. Maybe I had it, but it's just the number didn't update. I'm not so sure. Okay, well, thanks everyone for watching. This was a bit of a breath of fresh air because it was relatively simple. We didn't have to transport anything. We didn't have a long microsection at the beginning of the map. We had a very short microsection at the beginning of the map. And otherwise just played as a straight-up Warcraft 3 map. Or Warcraft 2 map, rather. But I really am enjoying these sub-factions. It feels like a lot of thought went into them. I am a bit concerned about some of the balancing. Again, defend, very, very, very strong. And that Bloodlust that the Raiders can cast on themselves also seems incredibly strong. But we have the ability to dispel. The scary thing about that is we need mastery training to do it. So it's almost like I'm a little afraid to move out of my base and do anything until I upgrade that. Because on future maps, it's possible pre-placed enemies might just start with it. We'll have to experiment and find out. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.